Alright, you already know we're on the way to 30K subs, and I was talking to some of the subscribers, and they wanted to see a new intro. Huge shout out to Rios for making this intro. Cue the intro, HCH hype! Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm John, and this is a video breaking down 5 NHL defensemen that could be traded in 2021. There's been a lot of rumors lately. Of course, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Smash that like button and definitely get your thoughts in the comment section. I want to start off with number 5, Travis Dermott. This is a guy with the Leafs. They're looking at 7 defensemen. Rasmus Sandin is looking for his opportunity. Travis Dermott was actually a healthy scratch, and Mikko Lehtonen took his place. Obviously, that's going to be like switching. There's going to be different situations for the Leafs on the defense. But on the side of, there's the Seattle expansion draft coming up, and Toronto's, waiting for Rasmus Sandin to break through and be a consistent guy. They've got their options. And for Travis Dermott, he signed that short-term deal under $1 million. This is a guy that's looking for his opportunity. And in terms of his skill set, in terms of what he has to offer, and you're going to see it with a couple guys on this list, they're still in their young 20s. They're still kind of making their way into their prime years. And I've always said, as a defenseman, your prime years are probably from 24 to maybe all the way to 31, or maybe 26 to 31. It takes a little bit more to develop as a defenseman and then even a goaltender rather than maybe a winger, right? For Travis Dermott, he's put up some decent numbers. He's a guy that I could even see in the future on a second power play unit, right? We don't know if he's going to be on the Leafs long term, because if you're looking at the Toronto Maple Leafs, if they stay the same, chances are one of Justin Holl or Dermott gets snatched up in the Seattle expansion draft. So Travis Dermott is a guy we need to look out for. He could be on the move. At number 4, we're going to talk about Shane Gostisbehere again. We've been talking about Shane Gostisbehere and trade rumors for so long. It's insane. I mean, I'm tired of kind of talking about this guy, but I do want to discuss it. He is coming back from an injury. It looks like he could be playing with a guy like Provorov. I think with Provorov, obviously, he's one of the most underrated, top defensemen in the league. And for a guy like Gostisbehere, whether I think he was on the COVID protocol or injury, whatever it was, this is a guy that he's just looking for his opportunity again. He's looking to bounce back. But if things don't work out, this is like the last kind of road trip. This is the last kind of chance for him to make it work with Philly. If not, he could be on the move. And there was actually something thrown out, and my boy Gio made a video on it. And I'll say number 3, Keith Yandle. There was kind of a thing getting thrown around, Yandle for Gostisbehere or Yandle to Boston. I think one of Gostisbehere or Yandle or both could get moved this season. Obviously, there was the situation with Yandle potentially getting healthy scratched on the first night for the Florida Panthers. Then he scored a goal. But right now, it could be a situation Yandle gets moved. I think Florida is trying to get a little bit younger, and they like their other options. So Yandle could be a guy that gets traded by the Florida Panthers. Again, it is a contract thing in a similar situation with Gostisbehere. But these next 2 guys, definitely not an issue with contract, just an issue with getting into the lineup. And at number 2, we're going to talk about Vince Dunn. Dunn gets healthy scratched. Berube has some words, and then a bunch of question marks get thrown out, right? Will Vince Dunn be traded? 24 years of age. He had a good couple seasons, and obviously the cup with the St. Louis Blues, and I even titled him like a year or 2 ago as one of the more underrated defensemen in the league. And right now, in terms of his skill set, he could be in the top 4 for many NHL teams. So what's up? I mean, with the St. Louis Blues, you have Krug, you have Parayko, you have Falk, you have Scandella, you have your guys there, right? But Vince Dunn's a good defenseman. He should not be scratched regardless, even with the Blues. So my thing is St. Louis going to maybe look for maybe another goalie, or are they going to look for maybe a more experienced defenseman? What are they looking for, right? I do think Vince Dunn, with this kind of healthy scratch and with the comments from Berube, I think Vince Dunn could be traded. I would say he, and on this list, could get the most return or the most value. I think he is the guy that has the highest ceiling out of the 3 young defensemen or younger defensemen I'll talk about. But this guy is no scrub, and that is Victor Mete. With the Montreal Canadiens, Mete is a guy that you need to respect. He's a guy that was on the top pair with Shea Weber for a while, and he was showing progression. He wasn't getting his first NHL goal, and then Victor Mete was showing improvements. But this year, obviously, you bring in a guy like Edmondson. Now Romanov's on the scene, and all of a sudden, there's no spot for Victor Mete. So that's the situation. I think Montreal has been listening. Would they try to improve their forward spot? I know there was a rumor that the offer from Montreal was Victor Mete, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and maybe a draft pick for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Obviously, the line ideal was way better than that. You weren't going to touch that with that. But that does kind of indicate that maybe they would consider packaging Kotkaniemi and Mete for a big stud. I'm not saying it's going to happen anytime soon, and maybe it doesn't happen at all. Maybe you just move on from Mete for a smaller deal. But the rumor's out there, and Victor Mete could get moved. I think with Mete, Dunn, and Dermott, these are three guys that teams like maybe Detroit or teams like Anaheim or some of those younger teams, even LA, should look at these type of defensemen. Like, if I'm an LA Kings team that has such a stacked forward prospect group, and they have a couple of defensemen coming up, I would look at a Vince Dunn or Travis Dermott or a Victor Mete. And same thing with Detroit. So those are the teams that I would expect to give a call, and even a team like Ottawa. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about these 5 defensemen. I think chances are, whether it's through trade or Seattle expansion draft, I would say at least 2, maybe 3, maybe all 5 end up on a different team by the end of 2021. I would say at least 2 of these guys, chances are on a different team, maybe by the halfway point of this year. So thank you. This was John from RPO Bay Hockey. Have a good one. So many more videos and streams to come, and I hope to see you there. Hit that red button. Hit that notification bell. Join the Discord if you want. Shoot me a DM. Peace out.